My name is Lesley, and I was diagnosed in October of 2010, right after my 35th birthday, with infiltrating ductal carcinoma, which is breast cancer. After I was diagnosed, I tried to take it all in and then made some really hard decisions about my treatment course and opted to undergo a bilateral mastectomy with reconstruction. And then I followed that with 4.5 months of TAC chemotherapy and 6.5 weeks of radiation treatment. So all of the things I've been through really affected me in a huge way. I think that it's like a lot of things that people try to prepare you for by telling you how it's going to be, but it's never quite like it is. When I had my bilateral mastectomy surgery, it was really an intense process for me because I went into surgery not knowing the extent of my breast cancer. Unfortunately for me, it had spread into my lymph nodes. Gratefully, there was no metastatic disease beyond that. But the recovery from trying to absorb that information and waking up with my parents looking at me like they were worried they were going to lose me was really hard. The surgery was supposed to be something that my doctors told me I'd be off pain medication in about 10 days and be back to my world. And fortunately for me, a lot of women, the sensation doesn't return, and for me I had a lot of sensation return to my chest. But with that came a ton of pain, and I was on heavy narcotics for 6.5 weeks. The worst pain I've ever experienced. But it was all worth it, because now I get to feel like a woman still. At this point in my life, I'm grateful to say that I am in remission, living without cancer. Since I was diagnosed with cancer, my perspective has really changed a lot. Although I'd never asked for cancer, a lot of the things that have come from the experience of going through it have been a beautiful blessing, and one of the ways my life's been enriched is that I have a much easier time living in the present. I now understand that I don't have control over anything in my life really other than who I choose to be in it and the face of what happens to me. And I could have figured that out before I got cancer and it would have applied just the same, but now I get it, and it makes things much more valuable to me because I choose experiences and I spend time with people and doing things that are important to me. I get it. I just get it. How about that? So how I got into Pink Elephant Posse, I started it when I was diagnosed with cancer. I felt there was a need, a void in the community for young people to be supported in their process. I was in the chemo room and looking around me at a lot of other young people that were enduring the same circumstance, and just thought we need a place where we can find community and connection, and we can empower and inspire and help others like us who unfortunately have to walk the same kind of path. I feel like a big part of Pink Elephant Posse is empowering people, especially young people, to know that there's always hope and to help them learn to become their own advocate, to speak out for what they know to be true and ask for what they need, whether it's from their doctor or their family or their friends or loved one. It's not an easy process to navigate, but I think if you have the help and the advice and the guidance of others who have gone through it or going through it, and share that experience, it makes a huge difference in the way that you handle things and the joy and the gratitude that you can still maintain throughout something that's seemingly tragic. Being a part of this project and having the opportunity to do a professional photo shoot and have a video interview to be able to tell my story and share it with the world has made a huge impact on my life. It brings a sense of purpose, as if somehow all of the suffering I've gone through, I can turn it and spin it into something positive and beautiful. And it brings me a lot of courage and confidence, because through the words that are coming out of my mouth, I realize just because I've gone through something that is really scary and has potential negative long-term side effects or risks for me, I know that I'm in no way damaged goods or lesser of a woman because of the things that have been taken away from me. I know without a doubt that who I am, and because of this platform I've been provided to expose that piece of me, has only made me a better person and allowed me to give something back to the world in a way that I would have never had the chance. When I'm not talking about cancer, I am hula hooping and I love to cook. I enjoy dancing and hiking and walking with my Wonder Mutt Kona, who's also a cancer survivor, just spending time with my friends and family. Given the fact that I'm no longer living with cancer, I have a lot of great opportunities to focus on my future. And I used to be the girl who had a million goals. I had goals for my relationships and goals for work and goals for my day. And I used to get really flustered when those goals didn't pan out or I didn't accomplish them. And while I still have goals, I would love to continue growing this foundation and making it so huge that it impacts hundreds of thousands of people and helps so many other people like myself to get through their circumstance and be strong and empowered in the face of it. Personally, I just want to be here and I'm just grateful to be alive. My name is Lesley and I'm a pink elephant.
Ready?
Yes.
Stop
totally.
smiling. Come on, dude.
Okay.